So it's my great pleasure to welcome you in this momentous occasion this morning.
I'm honored to be here. This is an important day for us here in Connecticut. I think a particularly important day for Norwalk as well. In the aftermath of the various storms, I toured this site both with FEMA director and then also with the HUD secretary. So it really is meaningful to see this project come to fruition. But now we are celebrating a number of things. Bigger units, better style units, more accommodating to how people live their lives, preserving affordable housing, bringing some market rate housing to the neighborhood, and I think particularly important, making people safer as a result of moving their units, their homes, out of the floodplains.
Washington Village is actually one of the oldest public housing facilities in the state of Connecticut, and since Washington Village was built, we have learned so much more about how you could take an at-risk population, a lower-income population, and set them up not just with housing, but with opportunity. And you do that with all of the measures that are being incorporated into this phase one. You do it through mixed use, mixed income, with a sense of the environment. Those of you who know this business know that quite often things like asthma, lead, other toxicities are concentrated in our lower income populations. This, of course, will be a LEED ND facility, meaning that it will be built with the concepts of sustainability, environmental intelligence, and health in mind.
To give you an idea of how old Washington Village is, when I was about 8 years old, my father would bring me down here to play with my cousins who lived at Washington Village. It was tired then. It's tired now, and the people who live there deserve to have housing of which they can be proud. This is a wonderful project, and it shows when the federal government, the state government, the city government works with the public sector, what we can accomplish. This is going to be an amazing, amazing development. It's going to change the lives of the people who live there.
I would love to see better apartments, and I would love to see park recreational areas like that. Much better views of what we have now.
But this is really going to mean a lot for the people of South Norwalk. It's going to mean a lot for the folks who are going to occupy those apartments, and it's going to mean a lot for the folks who currently live in Washington Village right now. This is really going to mean a real change in the quality of life for the folks who live there. And it's going to mean a real change for South Norwalk.
We're just hoping that it's bigger and better. Bigger and better.
8 years ago, we had you in our minds. 5 years ago, the department provided some seed money to put some plans together. Along the way, our family grew to help your family. You have really smart, devoted people here to help you today and to help you to get to the finish line.
This isn't just building a number of buildings, but the comprehensive package is put together to take a look at true economic development. Washington Village has not been the same really since 2005 because a lot of local investment came to turn things around. But this is really the candles on the cake. To know that the residents that went through the tragedy of Sandy and having the houses flooded won't have to have that as a consideration anymore. To know that they have first opportunities, employment opportunities at the buildings that are being built, that's phenomenal. To know that they'll have economic opportunity, entrepreneurial opportunities, that's good and that's great. Connecticut has been a model for legislation, Governor, for a lot of other things being done. Well, guess what? Let's be the model for housing policy. I'm looking forward to the next project after Washington Village.
All the partners that came together and all the stakeholders that came together to make this possible. We wouldn't be where we are in the state as a whole if we all weren't working together. So thank you for your partnership. So congratulations and thank you for working together with us, because as I always like to say, we are building a Connecticut where everyone will have a place to call home.
CHFA, well, we are a primary financier and deliverer of the low-income housing tax credit. We are also very much interested in the outcomes and the impacts that our investments make. The impacts that Washington Village will deliver to this part of South Norwalk will clearly be transformative, not only physically, what the neighborhood looks like, but also transformative to the lives of those that live here. When you're at a groundbreaking, it requires us all to share the vision. The vision you can see in these artist renderings, and some of that potential and excitement that's in the room. In order to get to that point, we really need, at CHFA, we need to also congratulate Trinity Financial for their determination and their vision to see this project forward to this day.
I started this when it first got established with public housing. The residents like to thank Choice Neighborhood for bringing this about. We would also like to thank Trinity for bringing about the jobs for the residents and for the community, and all the people that helped with this project.
We stand here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of 80 new units of mixed-income housing designed to be high-quality, sustainable, and flood resilient. This housing is one component of a broader plan to create a better future for those who live in Washington Village in the South Norwalk neighborhood now, and to welcome new residents who will help bring fresh vitality to the area.
I'm going to call a few names. As I call your name, I would like you to come forward, please. Mr. Law, Mr. and Mrs. The Executive Director of Norwalk Housing Authority, Ken Mayers, the Deputy Director of Norwalk Housing Authority, the acting commissioners, Dr. Reverend Jeffrey Ingraham, the Vice President and Commissioner, Ken Williams, a Commissioner, Brenda Ken Williams. Unfortunately, Darian Davis, an elected resident commissioner and as well as treasurer, could not be here because she's at the funeral of Mrs. Bank. And I also want to call, please, Director of the Development Agency, Tim Shan, and his Commissioner of the Development Agency, Felix Serrano. Ladies and gentlemen, as well as all the people, the one that we have behind me, this is not just Ramirez chairman, it is everyone duties. And a legacy of one man that I'm very proud to work along many, many years, not only as a commissioner, but as well as a chair. Even though that he didn't want to say anything at all, but I do believe that we all have respect of a legacy that he very soon is going to be retired. But he is going to say something to us. Mr. Law.
Thank you. This wasn't part of the script. Like the speakers before, I want to offer my congratulations to all that have worked on this project and the cooperation from the various departments and the staff. And a special thanks I want to give to the residents because over the many, many years they have suffered through many floods. So it's really an honor and a pleasure to be able to say at long last you will see relief coming.
1, 2, 3.